Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Guest of the day, Office Bloke Mike.
Nice to be here.
Made his way across
to
the
see
bar, from one side of the bar to the other. Hey?
Bit of a stroll.
Did you stop halfway through?
Well, you know, you have to, don't you?
Had a quick,
Swift run on the way, then straight in here.
Yeah.
Why not?
What we're going to do here today, we're going to cover the. We're going to do a preview of the Premier League. This is our biggest sport that we know about.
Yeah.
We have daily conversations about the
One
Premier
is
League.
easiest to talk about.
Yeah, we can talk freely on this. We don't even need a video to talk about. It shows what it's about.
Argue, debate.
Aidan and I are heading to Burnley tomorrow for the first game of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll start with that. We'll start with Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley just promoted last season. I think they won the division, didn't they? Championship.
They got over 100 points, didn't they?
Is that the most? Was it the most in the Championship season?
Don't think so, because
close to it.
I think didn't someone like Norwich get 100 points not long ago?
I feel like I remember them drawing a game or something, and then it was like, oh, they can't no longer get them like the most points ever in the Championship season.
I think Norwich might do it.
Maybe.
It was Fulham or Norwich. It was someone like I'm pretty sure. You know, it was one of them smashed a record a couple of seasons ago. But what do you think what do you think of Burnley? They've got a couple of good ins.
I think they'll have a great season.
One of their really big ins they've got just happened today, and I think he's a massively underrated player.
Yeah. That
not only is it going to hurt Sheffield United, it's going to boost Burnley's chances of. I think Burnley will do more than survival. I think Burnley will have a very good cup run. But Sanderberg,
he's gone to Burnley.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and it's a massive. That's a massive signing for Burnley.
That's made me think. I thought Sheffield United were going to finish rock bottom, but now I even think they're going to finish even more rock bottom.
I think Sheffield United might be lucky to beat Derby's points.
Do you think so?
11.
I think they'll proper struggle, Sheffield United. Yeah.
I mean, I saw a bit of Burnley last season. You know, obviously under Vincent Kompany, looked at playing different football than they were under Sean Dyche. Anyway, that's a sure.
Yeah. I mean,
a bit more like your proper football, if you like. You know, Sean Dyche, a bit more sort of
Big Sam,
robotic, bit long bally, bit sort of like
physical,
bit physical, but
just
playing some pretty decent stuff, and it looks like he could turn out to be a decent manager as well.
I think Kompany's got that. Whether Kompany's in the role of the Pep replacement, if you want, going forward in the future. I think he's definitely come from the Pep school of football. Similar to Arteta. I know Arteta was Arteta was a great footballer. Kompany was a great footballer. Yeah. But they've all been under the wing of Pep, watching what goes on, how Pep does things. And without doubt, Pep's one of the best managers that's been in the Premier League. Probably not necessarily the best manager, but he's been one of the best.
Definitely been highly influenced by him. Yeah. You can see that straight away, can't you? Without, and so they should be as well. You know, like I say, he's one of the best managers ever. So you're going to be, aren't you?
But it'd be interesting. This is a big test for Burnley, I think. In the league, they'll be Wout Weghorst, who's gone to somewhere in Germany.
A big loss.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him yesterday, and I didn't even recognise who it was.
Really?
And I thought, his daddy's hair blonde.
Oh, was he?
He's got white hair.
It won't make it any better.
And it's good you made his name on his shirt, because otherwise I'd never have a clue.
I think some of the players think they're going to score more goals or be better players.
It seems like every footballer has that phase when they dye their hair bleach blonde.
But you won't have to look up to see him. You can probably see him at the periphery and sort of see. I can see him. He's open. Before you might not be able to see him.
So in that car, you can see him a mile off anyway.
So in that car, I mean. But yeah, I think it'd be a tough one for Burnley this year, because I think
they'll do very well.
I agree, and I think
they'll do okay.
They'll probably have that. Burnley may fall to the second season syndrome after the season after. That's where I fear Burnley, and I just think they need to get their infrastructure right. They've got great investment now with JJ.
What?
JJ Watt. His pardon. JJ Watt and who else was it? The
Do Perfect.
Yeah. So they've got some influential people behind it. They've got that also almost like the Wrexham sort of feel behind it. Bit of a celebrity ownership.
Yeah.
So like investment. Yeah. And they're coming in as champions of the championship. Whereas you look at other champions that come from the championship, they've done well. People have stayed up. Some of them
absolutely.
So I think they will stay up. Prediction from me: I think they'll have a very good cup run in one of the cups, and I think they'll probably finish in the top. I think they'll probably finish like 14th.
Yeah. I would say in the range of 15th to 10th.
Yeah, I'd go for that. Yeah, I reckon that's probably about right. About 10th to 15th, something like that. Depending on all the teams, difficult to say, but I think it'll be pretty solid.
I feel like there's a lot of bad teams in the league this year.
You could be. You could be right, especially Chelsea. People like United.
Dear me.
For those that don't know who's watching, City fans, City, Man United. So it's. But I think let's look at the teams that have come up. Let's start with them. And, let's look at Luton Town.
One of my tips for going down, I think,
I think 100%
just
nailed
can't
on.
see it.
Nailed on.
I don't think they'll finish
days,
bottom though. I feel like Sheffield United are more nailed on.
Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I
think
I don't
Luton,
think we're much in it, but
the way they'll pick up points is playing at Kenilworth Road at home.
See, I disagree with that. I think the ground's too small for number one to get any kind of... You're going to get a little bit of an atmosphere, but it's not going to be as big as Sheffield United's atmosphere. Sheffield United have a really good atmosphere.
they can do when it's full and everything. It's really vociferous, aren't they?
I'm trying to think of Sheffield's ground.
Bramall Lane.
Yeah.
So when you go Bramall Lane, I've been there a few times, and I tell you what, it's loud.
Pretty loud.
You've got that song, well, you fill up my senses.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone sings it, and it's loud.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the song's called. What's it called, that song?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Is it called Fill Up My Senses?
No, I don't know. It used to be by Don Motter.
I know that so well.
But anyway, I don't even know who they've signed, who they've got coming in.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the manager is. Don't know anything about them. Do you?
I'm not too
Luton,
sure.
not really, no.
Barkley. Oh, they've signed what's it?
Oh, they signed Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley.
Oh, I think he went on a free,
Forgot
didn't he?
about that. Yeah.
I think he went on a free. He's only 29 as well, Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley's only 29.
29, believe it or not.
I saw a thing the other day about Wrexham and who they could sign, and it was going like, like who's become free agent. I think Ross Barkley was named in there as well, going to Wrexham. I'm like,
was he really?
He's not going to go Wrexham. He's a top player, Ross Barkley. He knows how to play.
Oh, he can be a good player, but he's clearly had issues at Everton and at Chelsea because
He barely even played in France last season though.
He's not been able to nail down the place, has he? He's a bit of a... Is he like going out a bit something? Is that his issue or something?
I think he's around.
Which is usually the downfall of players. In his pomp, I mean, he looks like a great player, but
I think
he's just not done it consistently.
People around him that are not helping him.
Do you reckon he's one of the biggest drop off from the next big thing?
Yeah.
I think it's between him and Dele Alli though.
Well, no, because we had one as well.
That's good.
We had one with Jack Rodwell.
Oh yeah.
Remember Jack Rodwell?
Yeah.
We had him. He was a big drop off as well. We signed him for big money. Didn't do anything at City. Ended up got a Sunderland, I think, somewhere like that, and just dropped away, faded away to nothing.
There's been a few over the years. We've had the guy from Wythenshawe United.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name
I
now.
can see his face. He'll come to me in a minute.
Yeah. But he was the same. He was supposed to be absolutely...
Ravel Morrison,
such an absolutely special player, but he must have been at about 8, 9, 10 clubs now.
Yeah,
he just goes there.
I think he was. Last I heard, he was going to the USA to be with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah,
which is a disaster.
I don't know.
Well, he went to Sheffield United, didn't he?
He did.
Like a couple of years ago.
I think he had quite a few personal issues over the years, hasn't he? From
one of them being from
when he
Wythenshawe.
grew up, and
That's not going to help.
Yeah,
but it's. I just think. I think Luton are going to I agree with that. The size of the ground's not going to help them. They're going to have, what you got to remember is you're going to have 1,000 away fans in there as well.
Yeah. Sometimes it's attracting players to a club as well, isn't it? And when a player goes around and sees the ground and stuff, it's not going to think, "Wow, I'd love to play here." No disrespect to Luton.
No one ever, no one ever in the world has ever said, "I love to live in Luton."
Yeah.
Realistically, I reckon if you're a Luton player, you probably live in London though.
Yeah, you won't be living in Luton.
No, you won't. No,
you'd be definitely London area. But it's going to be one of them where they're going to have to pay a bit of money, and they're going to have to be very careful about how the parachute payment works.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely nailed on to go back down.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, can't argue
with that. We all agree with Luton going down.
I think so. 19th,
yeah. The other team that came up was Sheffield United. Now I've got a bit of an opinion with Sheffield United. I know you both sort of like saying that they might struggle to get off the points and all, especially now Sander Berg's gone. I think their stadium and their support will give them that extra man in many games, especially against them lower league teams. So they'll think you'll be beating teams like Luton. They'll be beating teams. You can even probably see Sheffield United potentially beating Burnley. I know a lot of players have gone. They haven't got McAtee from last season. They've not got Tommy Doyle. Billy Sharp's gone, and Doyle's gone. He's gone back to France. Marseille, I think he's gone too. So they've lost a lot of key influential players. So I think they're going to struggle to put anything together. But their fans will give them that boost to the next level.
I think you're right, and against other teams down there, it could give them the edge, which is where teams like that get out of the division will all stay up, isn't it? It's the home matches are absolutely crucial.
So at the same time, though, you look at other teams around the same place as Sheffield United. They've probably got just as much, if not better, support at their ground if they're playing them. Like, you look at teams like Forest, Everton, Wolves. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. But Heckingbottom's got that managerial side of it. He knows how to pump the team up. He knows how to get them going. He's got that with him. I don't know if he's a Sheffield lad. I think he is. But he's definitely a Yorkshire guy with a name like that.
Yeah, it's got to be on him. Absolutely.
You're not going to call Heckingbottom if you're not from Sheffield or Yorkshire, right? Yeah. And he's got that thing where he's going to pump them up. And I think he'll be in that right zone to get the best out of the players that he's got. And I think Sheffield United might just stay up.
Yeah.
Down there, they'll be scrapping, without doubt.
I'd probably go with that. I think maybe 4th from bottom. They might just about scrape out.
Yeah.
So there's 2 other berths to go there.
I think they'll be up for the big games against the top 6 as well, especially at home. They'll be playing them like cup finals, and you know what it's like to beat them bottom teams when it's when you're fighting at their ground. It's how we've got the 2nd game of the season. Yeah. 3rd game of the season is it for us? I think we play. I think we got Burnley away, Newcastle home, Sheffield United away.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and I think I think Sheffield might do some upsets, especially come with City going there. I'm not counting on anything with City going there straight off at the start of the season.
No, you wouldn't be.
We always get a slow start, and if they hit the ground running, they could turn City over.
I think a lot of these lower teams as well, when they're at the fittest as well pre-season,
they
full squad give you even more of a game than they normally can during the seasons, where the squad's a bit depleted and they haven't got the right players. But I think start of the season, everyone fit. They just seem to be really, really up for it as well. Because not in a relegation battle at the time, are they?
No.
No. So I think at start of the season, really dangerous playing teams like that.
The only fear I've got for him is a lot of their key players have gone.
I personally think that it's not looking possible for Sheffield United. I think they're going down.
Yeah, they've still got time to get players, and they're probably looking for more loan deals than they are with permanent signings. They're not playing on the loan deal program. See who they can get in. But I just think Heckingbottom might give them a little bit of a spike and a boost, and the home fans.
Yeah, possibly. So we think they'll just avoid.
I think nailed on bottom of the league.
Right,
going down.
Bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking Luton going down. I'm thinking Burnley. They should be pretty.
I think Burnley.
Okay.
I think Burnley stay up. I think Luton and Sheffield both go down.
I think Sheffield may stay up. I think Let's start wading through some of the teams. Have you got a team that you're thinking like
surprise of the
season? Yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. Well, let's do good way first, then we can go a bad way. Who's going to be a surprise? Like someone's going to be pushing for like the top 4. That you wouldn't normally think who's in the top 4.
Aston Villa.
That's my choice. Villa.
I think Villa could be. I think
it's a good shout because really good signings. Did he sign Pau Torres?
Yeah.
Did they get?
And they've also got that Diego Carlos that he's been injured all last season.
And
he never really played.
And they also brought in Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah. I fancied Torres for United a couple of years ago. He played him in the Europa League, and he looks
comfortable on the ball, isn't he?
Looks a decent player. Looks really good.
And that manager doesn't lose many.
No, he's a cup manager. He's the type of manager to adapt to the team he's playing against rather than play the same system every time, if you know what I mean. So that's why he wins the Europa League all the time.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think
unlike Pep Guardiola, who plays the same system every time, that's why in cup. I mean, I know he's won it all last season.
He's won everything.
Yeah, I know, but usually when you see Pep in like one-off fixtures, he's not always as good as he has throughout a season.
No, he thinks it sometimes, doesn't he? But I think with they've got some really talented players at Villa. Yeah. And that manager can get the ball. He can get the best out of all their players, I think. And I think
it's a good crowd as well when they get going.
And I think it's when you look at who they got coming in here. They got Tielemans. They've lost Young.
Pau Torres. That's probably a good thing.
Moussa Diaby.
Moussa Diaby's a good player, you know.
Yeah. So they've got some decent players that have come in.
Louis Barry's gone to Stockport County.
Wasn't he on our books at one point, Louis Barry?
He went to Barcelona, didn't he?
He was a City player at once.
No.
Well, we were trying to get him or something.
Right.
Remember, he's not Stockport. Interesting. That's not Gareth Barry's
no, I don't think
sibling, is it, or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Brother or cousin or whatever. Yeah, good
shout, Villa.
I think Villa might finish top 4.
Top 4, you're crazy. Who's finishing outside? Who's the other 3? I think you'll be
City, Arsenal.
Do you think Aston Villa will finish above Newcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle at the moment, although Newcastle have got a fantastic management team, and I've been banging the drum for Eddie Howe for years. I thought he should have been England manager years ago, if you remember. I said he should have been in Nigel Pearson and Chris Hughton. 3 of them should have been as the team that led England into different things, with Eddie Howe at the top and then Hughton and Pearson supporting him from the sides. But I think Newcastle might have a bit more to chew on this season with the Champions League coming in.
That's going to be a big distraction for him, I think.
They've lost St Maximum, I think he's gone to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he's definitely gone.
I don't know who else they've signed. I know they've signed some. I think they signed some decent players, haven't they? Did they get someone new? Who did they get? I'm trying to think who they got.
Newcastle. Well, they signed that Sandro Tonali.
Tonali, that's what I'm thinking of. The Italian guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who go down here to Newcastle?
I think another midfielder as well.
Minte. Who's he?
No idea.
Wasn't he in EastEnders? Minte?
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Tino Livramento as well from Southampton.
But Livramento, I've seen him play. He's an okay player. He's not the one that's going to. I don't think he's going to win the Champions League with Livramento.
Yeah.
He's one for. I think he's coming in as cover for
Trippier.
Yeah,
same
right. I think he's backing Trippier up really, and
because they're getting to the point where they need depth in their squad.
They do. But Trippier's not going to be able to play every game, is he? Let's face it. So he's at that age.
I feel like he's the type of character to want to though.
Yeah, but he's at that age where your body can't. You can't physically play every game like that.
No,
he's at that. I'm talking League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League. They've got all 4 big tournaments to play in now. Newcastle.
Aston Villa in the Europa League next season.
Don't think so.
Yeah, they are in the Conference League,
aren't they? Yeah,
they're in the Conference League.
But again, the Conference League's one of them where you might want to do well.
But Emery's likes that sort of competition.
Emery's the type of manager to win that.
If they were in Europe, I'd say maybe top 4 or 5, but I'm not so sure because they're going to be playing that. I think he'll want to win it. He'll want to win a trophy. He'll think we're not going to win the league, so he'll want to win a trophy.
I don't think they're going to win the league, but I think one of them, they won't give up many points, Villa. But I think it's. I think with Newcastle, Newcastle have got that. They've got that mountain now right in front of them with the Champions League. They've wanted to be in it. They're going to be in it. They're going to try the best to be in it. They're going to be great nights at St James Park. They're going to be. Then Tuesday, Wednesday nights in the Champions League.
Where do you pick Newcastle to? How far do you reckon they'll get in the Champions League?
I think the Champions League. I think they'll get past the group stages. Obviously depends who they get in the group stage.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be seeded quite low.
Of course. Yeah.
So they're going to be probably in like pot 3, aren't they?
It's difficult to say until you see the
pot 4
groups, isn't it?
Pot 4 maybe.
Certainly
pot 3 actually probably. They finished 3rd, right? Or they finished 4th, didn't they? Pot 4.
Does that mean you go in pot 4?
I'm guessing
not
pot
sure.
4.
Definitely capable of getting out of a group stage, I think, though.
Yeah,
whoever's in it.
They've got
they are.
They've got a
but I don't
manager,
think they will.
and the key thing for Newcastle, which gets me, their keepers, they're strong. He don't let many in. He's a
defensively really strong last season, and that, in Europe,
yeah,
that's a big thing. As long as you've got a goal scorer as well.
Yeah.
Then
and that's the kind of thing they're missing a little bit, Newcastle.
Yeah,
I think they definitely need. I'm not sure the Swedish lad.
Isaac's.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player.
He's more coming in from the left, though, is he, or something like that?
I think he's a little bit weak to be a number 9. I think he's a little bit thin and a little bit sort of like scrawny, let's say.
Yeah. Callum Wilson,
injury prone though.
That's the problem with him, isn't it? And I still don't think good player. I don't think he's top class. Callum Wilson.
Harvey Barnes coming in as well. He's a winger, obviously, but he's a very good player.
Yeah,
where you can put supply in for people like Callum Wilson or for Isaac. Is it Isaac or Isaacson?
Isaac. Because it's also pronounced
Isak. I think they call it.
But I don't think that Sandro Tonali. I'm not too keen on him, to be honest.
Italians don't really do well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's been the exceptions.
Yeah.
Like
Jorginho, I guess.
He's Brazilian anyway.
Well,
you're talking about Zola and people like that. But Zola's like up there. Balotelli didn't do anything in the Premier League. Never did anything. He did 1 assist.
Yeah.
The whole time he was at City, but it was for that goal.
To be honest, I've never even seen Tonali play.
I've seen him at national level.
Don't know.
I've seen him at the national level.
Yeah, I've not really sort of like clocked him.
He didn't even want to go.
No, I know.
No, that's the
AC Milan got the money. He was like, "You're gonna have to go."
That's the thing I was going to say. What's his appetite going to be like for playing in the Premier League, getting knocked about a bit?
He's moved from Milan to
be there either.
Newcastle.
That's what I was just going to say. Can you imagine sat there in the what's it called, the plaza in Milan? I can't remember what it's called now. The main plaza in Milan Square.
Yeah.
And he's sat there having pizza, sat there chilling with a nice beer, and someone phones you and goes, "Oh, by the way, you got to live in Newcastle." What's that famous for? What, guys with no shirts and women with no shirts fighting in the street? Oh, punching horses? Oh, okay, I'm right there. I'll be right over. Yeah. So it's I can imagine that one.
So is Aston Villa our surprise for the?
Aston Villa's my surprise.
Because I think they'll win the Conference League. I think they'll go far in it at least, but I don't think they'll finish like higher than 6.
Yeah.
I think they'll finish around 7.
Who do you think's going to win the league?
Manchester City.
I think City will win it again this year. I don't think we're quite up to it. I don't think Arsenal are either. Still,
I think the way Arsenal celebrated winning the Community Shield is
since they've won the league already.
I thought and it's they called it a statement win. And I'm like, I'm not sure where his statement win comes from. Liverpool had a statement win if that was the case the season before.
Yeah.
They beat us 3-1 in the Community Shield.
Exactly.
I don't go to the Community Shield for the pure reason it's just a friendly. And if you see it above that as a fan, then good, so be it. It's that's up to you and your own personal preference.
It's under the Premier League apps. If you go to friendly fixtures, it comes up with the Carabao Cup or the Community Shield. The Community Shield is usually the guy who wins the team who wins the Premier League against the team that wins the FA Cup. So we won both.
So Arsenal should not really have been there anyway.
Yeah.
If it makes sense. But we let them in. We gave them an invite, and we called them and said, "What are you doing on August 8th?"
You should have just played your reserves somewhere.
We did.
Very good.
Cole Palmer's come up and scored a back blinder. Do you know what I mean? But it's I think it's one of them ways. It's a good opening to the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's a good curtain raiser.
Raises a bit of money for charity, which is what it's for.
Correct.
Exactly.
So but I wouldn't get too excited about winning.
The stats show that normally if you win it, you don't win the league.
Correct.
That's what the stats show. So
but stats
everyone
there
knows that.
to be broken sort of thing.
But yeah, I think Arsenal went over the top. I just think nobody's done anything yet. I mean, in the first 2 months things might change, but nobody's done anything yet to suggest that we're going to be better. Any better than City at the moment this season?
No, I think you're right. I think asking City to go and do what they did last season again this season is a massive
ask. It's a big ask. Oh,
absolutely, and I think Pep hit the nail on the head. I think he said it today. It's a once in a lifetime achievement winning the treble.
Yeah.
And you see how many times did United win it? Once.
Yeah.
It's a once in a lifetime thing, and that's the only other team that's won it.
Yeah.
No one else has won it in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you look at it from a perspective where they won the domestic treble, City, and then they won the treble, which is including the Champions League, and then to go on, even if I don't think City will win it this season. I mean, I hope they do, but I just don't think mentally we can go through another season like that. I think we might probably struggle like last season where Arsenal took the lead and went up, and then it was like we had to catch them. The mental strength for that, and I think we had some players like Gundogan was a big part of that.
Yeah.
So I think he's gone. We've replaced him with Kovacic. Mahrez was part of that. Mahrez has got the experience of it all. I just think that it'd be nice for us to win it, and I think we will be close, but I'm just not 100% sure. I just can't. I'm not convinced.
I do get.
I'm alright with that because we could do with a.
Yeah, I do get a feel it'd be closer than last year. I'm thinking maybe the City players in their mind maybe want to win the Champions League again. Maybe.
Because there's always new players that come in and they want to win it.
Yeah, of
course. Kovacic just never won the Premier League before. That's why he wants to win it.
Every season, whatever you win, you need to refresh and bring new players in.
Big talks.
And I feel like the characters in our team aren't the type of ones to be like, oh, we won it last year.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that's a case of we're not going to try as hard this year because we can't be arsed. I think we've got winners in the team and Pep's built like a squad. But I just think what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Psychologically. I just think it might be a little bit. Liverpool did it a few years ago. If you remember, they burnt out. I don't think City are going to burn out, but we need. I think we probably need 2 more players to come in, and we've got that. Yeah. Guardiola's coming. That's a big help, and we've got Kovacic coming in. If we can get Paquetá as well, and maybe a winger or a left back. I've always been left back, so we don't seem to want any.
Yeah, for years, haven't you? So
I've gone for years.
Well, Ben Mendy was that last one.
Yeah. But I don't know, and I think we've made some good money with signings going out, so we're either saving up for somebody to break that bang. The only one that could be would be Mbappe. I'm thinking, man, I don't really want Mbappe. I don't really want Mbappe at City, if I'm being honest.
No, I'd be the same.
I'd be like, if you come, I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, what are we signing in for?
Huge wages, a lot of baggage.
But he's a pain in the ass.
He's a
nuisance. He's a good footballer, but he's a proper nuisance.
Yeah.
He's like a spoiled kid.
Well, he won the treble last year. He didn't have Mbappe, so you don't need him.
No, I know.
One player. Whatever.
But we got to kick on him. And if you look back at the Ferguson days at United, he always changed his team. He flushed out certain people, brought new faces in, and that's what kept it fresh. And kept it going. And Pep's doing the same sort of thing. He's using that model.
Yeah, you've got to do that.
Yeah, you've got to do replenishment of certain people. Yeah, you don't have to change the whole team, but look, guys here, guys there.
I think it might be closer than last year. Because I think Arsenal have improved. I think United hopefully have improved as well.
Yeah.
So I think United be a bit closer.
United could be a dark horse. United could be a dark horse next year if you can keep everybody fit.
Who do you think is going to win the league then?
I'm hoping it's going to be City.
But if you think City's going to drop, who's the team to
Arsenal?
Do you think so?
Yeah. I think it's going to be close. I think there's going to be 4 teams that are going to be pushing for it. Chelsea, don't rule Chelsea out. Got a new manager.
Not in Europe.
They're not in Europe, correct. And they've got decent players coming in. They're getting rid of all the people they don't need.
They've got good players and good squad.
But they're also losing good players. They've also Kovacic was a big name, big player for them.
Yeah.
Jorginho's not there anymore.
Mount's
gone. Kante's gone.
Yeah.
So they were key players, in the dressing room as well.
Yeah. I get that.
Reece James has become a captain. I'm not sure he's got the right personality to be captain, if I'm being honest.
I'm not sure about that.
But people like Jorginho or
he's not there anyway.
Not Jorginho, sorry.
Thiago Silva maybe.
Thiago Silva, or even the new kid that came, Fernandes. Don't know people like that.
He's not going to get put captain.
Why not? He's kind of a leader.
I bet you can't even plays that role. English.
But you've got people like Mudryk who's coming on big numbers as well. He's not really lived up to his first season when he was there.
Yeah.
But I'd rather put someone like Ben Chilwell at captain.
Chilwell, yeah, people like that. But he's I don't know. I don't think Ben Chilwell's got it in him either to captain a team.
He doesn't seem to me to be that type of person, I must admit. Not Ben
Reece James
Chilwell,
he just seems quiet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
he's a bit of a fighter though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Reece James. Good player.
Fantastic
really good player.
Fantastic. Probably the best right back we've got in the country.
Yeah, and probably because he's come through the Chelsea Academy, I think that's probably what swung it for him.
Maybe.
I think we're giving it Silva, but obviously he's knocking on a bit now, so is he going to be playing every game?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure,
right.
but But I think they could do all right. Chelsea, it's one of those. It's complete unknown because they were so bad last season. They're clearly going to be better.
They were awful. It can't be any worse than last year.
But they've got a good manager in charge.
Yeah,
and see what they do. But
it's whether they with Chelsea, it's whether they can kick on straight off the bat, whether they can hit the ground running, and if they don't, how much time are they going to give him?
Exactly. Yeah.
Pochettino can be quite commanding and demanding.
Got to have a strong start, I think.
And if the players if he gets some of the players back right from the off, then they may struggle.
Yeah,
don't know.
I think a shout out there I just want to put out. I think Arsenal will be like at the end of the season. I reckon they'll be in the top 4 race. Like I reckon they'll finish 5th.
Oh really?
Maybe 5th or 4th.
I hope so. I hope you're right. Because I'm going to be straight on the Arsenal fan TV.
Yeah, I'm sure you will be. Yeah,
I genuinely think. I feel like they're not ready for it yet, and they used so much of their energy last season, then it dropped off. And I reckon it's just going to follow on to this season.
It can be a bit of a killer mentally, can't it, when things like that happen, when you're leading for so long, and then they thought they'd won it because of the way they were celebrating all the matches, and I think mentally it could sort of get to them.
What do I always say to you about football when we go? Don't go early. Let's wait till the game's finished.
Yeah.
Let's wait till the season's finished, and then you can say what you've got to say.
Yeah.
And say if you start going earlier, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to.
Arsenal fans are worse for it.
They went very early.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this and we're going to win the league and it's time for change. And they were all every Arsenal fan I know was giving it the big one.
And they were all Arteta out a couple of years ago as well.
Exactly. We didn't say anything, and then we ended up winning the treble. And even when we won the treble, I've still not gone over the board yet. I'm waiting until the season starts. And then where my seat is, as everyone knows, next to the away fans, I'm going to be giving them all.
Oh,
they're all going to get it full pelt.
I'm sure they will.
So it's so that's what we got to do. But it's but you've got them team. I'm not sure about Chelsea, and I hope in Arsenal do finish out the top 4 because Arsenal got a big season coming up as well with the Champions League.
Yeah,
and all that sort of thing.
It's the first time in a long time.
Yeah, because obviously they didn't have that last season either, did they?
No,
Arsenal.
No.
So
they're in the Europa League, and that still kind of drained them a little bit because they ended up losing to Sporting Lisbon.
Knocked out early-ish in that way. I think it got to the knockout stage, but I think it's fairly early in the knockout stage.
I think it was.
It feels like it was like round of 16.
They've got 2-3 months without any European football. So
yeah, if you're going that, it's going to be tough to do that. But go back to the table, Aid. What do you think about United's chances, Mike?
Well, I think top 4. I think we'll be better than last season. I think Ten Hag's putting his philosophy in place. The way he likes to play, he's getting players in that he wants, and players that play the way he wants to play with more pressing. And Arda in goal he's going to make a few mistakes, but I think goalkeepers like that do, don't they? I think Edison and Alex have made mistakes in there.
Cases, aren't they?
He pushes right up and he plays as basically a sweeper. Yeah. So he's going to make mistakes.
I'd tip United to finish second.
I think there'll be. It depends how the transfer window goes, but the ones who bought in at the moment have been pretty good.
Who you brought in? You brought in Mount,
Banana, and
Højlund.
It's not Højlund. It's actually Højlund. Apparently, but everyone call him Højlund.
Maybe a loon, won't he? Won't be Haaland. Put it that way.
He's a big gamble.
Yeah,
he's
a future.
A lot of money as well, right?
Yeah. So it's one of those. He's obviously got the talent. He looks like he could be an absolutely top player, but there's a lot of pressure on him.
Had you heard of him before you signed him?
No.
I've heard of him, but I've never seen him play. I've still never seen him play. No. It's one of them, like, he could either come in and be like a bit of a weghorst, or he'll come in and be like exactly what United have needed for quite a long time now.
Yeah, they need a forward. I don't think Martial is even still there.
He's
always injured.
Half the time. I think he's getting back to full fitness again now because he had another injury, but we just can't rely on him, unfortunately. Yeah. So this guy come in, hopefully he'll do all right, but I don't think he'll play every match. But it is a gamble. I'm not sure whether that'll solve out. Last season was mainly scoring goals. That's what we need to increase, without a doubt.
I think the only thing, news today is just in is Maguire's gone to West Ham.
Yeah.
He's been agreed to go to West Ham.
So that's
a bit disappointing for us as City fans.
But it is.
Who's gonna?
I feel like he'll do well at West Ham though. I agree.
Very well. We said that today, didn't we? We said he'll probably do well.
Probably not suited to it. He's not suited to playing out from back.
No, it's a hoof and clearing game for West Ham, isn't it? Just like get the ball and clear your lines type of thing.
He's Ten Hag can play like that, so he's just not suited to the style.
No, the only thing with United is I see is depth. So if you get injuries to someone like Rashford, Højlund, and people like Bruno Fernandes, and even someone at the back, one of your backs.
Bruno Fernandes has never missed a game through injury, has he?
Oh really?
So he did last season. He had a couple of injuries last season for him.
What was the thing? I remember seeing a stat that he's never missed a game through injury. Whereas every time he gets injured, he plays the next game or something.
I'm not sure.
Very quick with his recovery.
If you can keep them fit, then you've got a chance. Then obviously you've got the Champions League as well.
I think Maguire they are going to get another centre half, by the way. So they'll have 4 centre-halves again, plus Shaw can play there as well. He did brilliant there last season, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
So I think centre-half
your right back position's a little bit iffy, isn't it, with Dalot and
well, it sort of was, but but the lot first half of the season was amazing.
Yeah.
Then he went off after World Cup. Wan-Bissaka came in and he's like a different player.
Yeah.
He played absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
So that, I think you could probably get better, but that's not priority because them two have actually done okay there. Wan-Bissaka just needs to start going forward a bit more, really, attacking wise. Defensively, I mean, we conceded like a third of our goals in like 3 matches or something. We had 7 against Liverpool, 6 against you, then 4 against Brentford. Conceded so many goals in like 3 or 4 matches. It was unbelievable. But the rest of the season, we were absolutely tightened up.
Yeah, but you weren't scoring.
Scoring goals is the main thing. Without a doubt. But whether what we've got will solve that.
Do you think this is fresh off the press, this one, because Spurs have just agreed a deal with Harry Kane to go Bayern Munich? Do you think United might hijack that?
They've just signed a striker.
I think they might do still. I think Swalin's only 20. I think he's not coming in. He's one for the future. I still think if they can get Kane, then I think they would do.
You can't spend 170 million on one transfer window on strikers.
Well, Chelsea did, and Chelsea are doing it still now.
Yeah,
on strikers, just one position.
Well, they're talking one position. Chelsea did it once into goalkeepers. He spent 200 million on goalkeepers in one year, didn't they?
It was across like 2 years. Like they signed Kepa, and then 2 years later signed Mendy.
But who did he sign before Kepa? Didn't he have someone before Kepa that was that expensive as well?
Courtois, and they sold him for a lot of money.
Can't remember. No,
that's Courtois, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just for some reason I just thought Chelsea had these keepers coming in for 100 million each.
Yeah,
one after the other, like lined up.
There's just with Kane. I don't think he wants to go Bayern Munich, but I could be wrong. I've said to you, I'll hold my hands up if I'm wrong. I just can't see him wanting to go there.
I feel like
would you rather live in Munich or in Salford?
Well, you don't have to live in Salford, you can just live around here. You won't be living in Salford, don't worry about that.
Hey, he won't move around here because I'm round here.
Yeah.
He'd be like, he lives there?
No. I know, yeah. I'll go Munich.
I can hear him when we go.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think they could do. I think
surprise package to be in the bottom sort of like zone, fighting, struggling.
Everton.
I feel that's not a
surprise.
I was going to say, but is that a surprise?
Really surprise? No.
I think Everton are going to be down there. They don't seem to sign anyone.
They've got no money, have they?
No, they've got no money.
Serious financial problems.
They're putting it all into the new stadium, which is ready in a year.
They've signed what's it? Ashley Young.
Oh, was he gone there?
Yeah, I'll put a little surprise for you for near the relegation zone that weren't last season at least. Fulham.
Not sure.
I'm gonna hit you hard with a proper relegation, not relegation, but a real disaster of a season.
Brentford.
Spurs
could be.
I think that manager's out of his depth.
I think if Kane does go somewhere, then where are they going to get the goals?
Who was their second biggest goal scorer last season? Probably Son, was it?
I would guess
he had a bad season.
Kovalevsky, he scored a few, did he?
Kovalevsky,
I think Son.
I don't rate Kovalevsky.
Who?
Do you not?
What's his name?
Kulusevski.
I don't know his name, but I don't rate him anyway.
No.
No, I think he's a good player.
Kulusevski's son.
Yeah.
Anyway, isn't he Swedish?
Yeah. I think down at the bottom, I think Everton are going to be struggling.
Yeah.
Wolves are going to be struggling. Without a doubt.
Although I do like Gary O'Neill.
Yeah,
I know you do, but I'm just not sure whether they've got the.
I think Wolves might go down. As 18th position.
They've lost some.
Something I want to talk about Spurs though, is what I think they'll do. I reckon they'll do all right. Is the position they've been missing since Eriksen's gone is like that attacking midfield role, and now they've got James Maddison. I feel like he's the exact type of player they need, especially if Harry Kane stays and James Maddison's there. I think they can push top 4.
I agree with you. Maddison will feed James all day long, and that'd be a great partnership. But if Kane doesn't stay, then Maddison who's he going to feed?
He's going to have to be Richarlison, isn't it?
And Richarlison hasn't got the head.
I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure whether Maddison coming in, even if Kane stays, whether that's going to swing it after what happened last season.
I feel like it might a little, because they've not had that Roman attacking midfielder player ever since they lost the likes of Eriksen and Dele Alli. And
I don't know, Moura. I like Lucas Moura, but he's gone. I quite like Moura as well. I thought he was a decent player, just never got game time for him. But I think their backline's the problem. Hugo Lloris, I think, he's gone now. Lloris.
I think he went, didn't he?
Yeah,
I'm sure he
did. I think he's gone. Yeah, even so, he's not going to play next season.
No, what are you going to find with what's his name? Postecoglou. When he comes, you're going to find he's going to get he did all right.
Blade play for Tottenham Hotspur, man.
Be commentating from the sideline like Aussie Man reviews. And I think when he comes in, you see them managers. They normally, a lot of managers when they come in, they dip into their old clubs where they've got where they know they've got them key players.
Yeah, that's right.
Your guy's done it at United when he's gone to Ajax, so I take some people from Ajax, knows what they play like, knows what their abilities like, knows what they're like in the locker room, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get Postecoglou who's going to go in, what's he going to do, raid Celtic?
Exactly.
Who are you going to get? They're all like Japanese players, number one. They're going to bring a load of Japanese players in that no one's, it's whatever it may be. And you're not going to, the second rate. Celtic, second rate, I don't care what anyone says. They're not a European heavyweight like they used to be. They used to be. They're not anymore.
No, that's a long time gone.
They're a lower end championship team for me.
Yeah.
The way you look at it. And if he goes in there and starts raiding Celtic for certain players, don't know place. Does Scott Brown still play? Ali McCoy still his Rangers, wasn't he?
But I mean, what is he bought in up to now anyway? I don't think he's bought many up to now, has he?
James Madison.
Apart from Madison.
Yeah. He's gone to transfer to Tottenham's.
Did they sign a centre back in like Tapsoba or someone?
Yeah, but look at the centre backs they've got. Look at the centre backs they've got though. With they've got
Eric Dyer.
You
hate Eric Dyer.
That's why he's almost one of the most overrated players that plays in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and he'll still get in the England team for some reason. Kulusevski, they signed Kulusevski.
Signed him on permanent.
On loan, was he?
Yeah.
So there's at least loads. What's it? Harry Winks has gone.
Harry Winks has gone
to
Leicester.
I think someone like Skip might step up.
Oh yeah, that Mickey Van der Ven. He's coming on.
Oh yeah, Van der Ven.
The centre half.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know much about him. So whether he's any good, I'm not sure.
Nice. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about him, but I don't think people like Mickey Van der Ven, no one else is chasing. Only Spurs.
Yeah.
Maybe, or whether people were chasing him in Germany, I don't know. But is he Dutch? I'm guessing.
One of
the most Dutch names you can come across.
You've got to be right? Dutch or Bell. I think he's Dutch.
But he got one out. Is he going to make a massive difference to Spurs? I think Spurs need more than just.
It's a huge.
I feel like Spurs is a very tough one to call. Like,
it is. Because we don't know how Postecoglou's going to go, and we don't know whether Kane's going to be there. Because Kane being there or not being there is absolutely massive.
It was last season as well with Spurs, tough one to call. Remember last season when we were talking about this on the thing last year? We all said Spurs will do well, and you said Spurs will finish second, and I said Spurs will probably finish second at least and stuff like that. And then Arsenal ended up finishing.
The reason being with Spurs last season, Son had a real bad off season. Son had a real bad season. He was off all season. He was bad. He didn't really bring much to the table, did he?
Yeah, and Conte ended up like that. He didn't help.
Yeah, no.
He just wanted to leave, and he wasn't even trying at one point.
You look at. I think Spurs probably went through when they were looking for a new manager. They probably went through about 13 different people, try to get people. No one wants to work. No one wants to work with that Daniel Levy.
Yeah,
he's a nuisance.
Yeah,
and he's embarrassing to football when the way people deal with him. What City went through trying to get Kane, what United had gone through trying to get Kane, what Bayern had gone through trying to get Kane, and then he put an offer in for Maddison and. Harvey Barnes at 30 million.
Yeah,
I think it was something like that for both of them. I'm like, what planet are you living on, mate?
Yeah.
And people don't want to deal with him. Well, can you imagine what it's like to work with him?
The stuff like that though is James Maddison had a release clause in his thing. If Leicester get relegated, he's allowed to go for 20 million.
Yeah, but
still, they're only really trying to sign.
I get that, but they're going for the cheap again as well. They're going on the cheap, and that's Spurs all over.
Yeah.
It's the way they're going out and the way they do business. A lot of clubs won't want to conduct business with them.
Yeah.
Because when you try to buy one of their players, the problems you have to go through, when you want to try and buy one of ours, we're going to put you through the same problems. That's why you never see Spurs buying from the big teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's exactly. They brought someone from Wolfsburg, someone from Rosario Central, and someone from Leicester, who's not a Premier League team.
But last person we bought from
Spurs. And Kulusevski was already on the.
He was already there. Yeah. Teddy Sheringham last time we bought from Spurs, which was 10-15 years ago, something like that. Long time ago.
Yeah.
So it was
the last time we bought from Spurs.
Kyle Walker.
But it would be amusing if Kane said no, I don't want to go to Germany. But then that Joe Lewis says, well, you've got to sell him anyway, and United wouldn't buy him. Yeah. That'd be quite funny, that would. Yeah. I don't think it'll happen. But
one of the big names, I mean, we've gone through pretty much a lot of teams here where we think, I think the rest of them are hovering around. Brighton are going to be pushing, I think, for... I
think Brighton again, but
a great manager.
It's Casado staying as well, though, because they've
what's getting
as well.
Even so, Brighton are that team that, like, they'll sell players, but then they'll recruit so good there, the players will start shining next season, and they'll start going for 50 million.
The ones who bought in, I'm not sure what they're like, but I mean, if they carry on in the same vein, they're going to be up there again, aren't they?
Where do you think Casado will go? Because I saw Liverpool are after him today.
They've kind of... Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Casado.
Casado. Chelsea have been really interested as well, haven't they?
Well, it's come out today.
We used to have a Casado played for us at City.
Really?
Yeah.
It came out today that Chelsea won... so the whole transfer window has been Chelsea want Casado and Liverpool want that Romeo Lavia.
Yeah.
But today, Chelsea's outbid Liverpool for Romeo Lavia, and Liverpool's outbid Chelsea for Casado.
Yeah. Who would you rather have, Casado or Lavia?
Caicedo. But for the money though, Lavia's looking like 50 million, Caicedo's looking like 80, 90.
Yeah.
So at that, like, you'd probably want to go for more of a Lavia.
I want Lavia to go for as much as you can because we get a sell-on fee.
Oh, is that going to get some from him?
But they're literally asking for 50 million, but if they don't do that, we can sweep them next season for 40. Sorry.
Yeah. We've got the buyback clause, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about Lavia. I like him. I think he's a decent player, but I don't think he's at that level of. I don't think he's going to make a massive difference to Liverpool.
Yeah, I do. I think that's
Caicedo would, because Caicedo and McAllister played well together with Brighton.
Yeah.
So I think if he comes in there, both Spanish speaking.
Yeah.
I think Caicedo's from Ecuador, is he? And McAllister's from Argentina, both Spanish speaking the same lingo, sitting in that middle bit there. I think they'll make a massive difference to Liverpool, just having them two. And I think that's probably what Klopp's seeing.
Why don't you put Trent in that defensive midfield?
I think Trent will move into a midfield role. I think he's got to move into a midfield role at some point. He's got to.
Yeah.
He's not the right back he's supposed to be. He's more of a midfielder. And I think if Liverpool get it right, they've lost Henderson, they've lost Fabinho. I don't know what's happening with Thiago. I think Thiago's either injured or he don't want to be there.
Yeah.
I think there's something about Thiago that I don't know about. And someone might tell us, but a few have gone. Naby Keita's gone, Milner's gone,
Firmino,
Chamberlain's
lost
gone.
a lot.
So that's your captain, vice captain. They've gone.
Forgot about that Szoboszlai.
So Carvalho's gone out on loan. Szoboszlai, he's a great signing, great player.
Fabio Carvalho went the other way for that signing, didn't he, to Leipzig?
But Szoboszlai's a great. We've been talking about Szoboszlai for a while, haven't we? Yeah. When he's been coming to City with Leipzig, very very good player.
City's players coming in are better than the ones that are left though, with the experience of the Premier League.
Szoboszlai's young, I think he's only young. But he's got a lot of talent.
That's a lot of players to replace that though. Experienced Premier League Liverpool players that have been there a long time.
A lot of Liverpool fans are getting a little bit. Firmino's gone as well. I forgot about Firmino. But then you've got people like Jota that's going to be there still. You're going to have people like
Gakpo and Darwin Núñez.
Núñez has got to do something better than what he did.
Yeah, I feel like Núñez will have a good season.
I agree.
I feel like he'll shine a bit.
Plus you've got the kid on the wing, the Colombian kid on the wing. Is it Diaz?
He's got Harvey Elliott as well.
Harvey Elliott.
He was out with injury for quite a while. I think Diaz was.
He was. And you still got Salah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know Salah didn't perform last season as good as he has done in the past.
But when he still performs bad, he's still putting up loads of numbers.
He is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule Liverpool out for the top four. No way.
I think Liverpool will finish top four.
Yeah.
I won't rule them out, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure with the new midfield, and I'm still not sure defensively. Because defensively last season, I don't think they were great.
The thing I've got as well with talking about Liverpool, I think if they get off to a bad start, I think they'll bin Klopp off. And everyone's going, no way. And I'm saying, I think
he might just walk if that happens.
Yeah.
If he has a bad start, I think he might just say, nah,
they just can't afford to have another bad season, Liverpool.
No,
they've got to get back in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think they're a bit of an unknown for me because they were bad last season. I think they've got to be better because they had a good finish to the season. But
talks next season though. If we can have 5 teams in the Champions League.
I've heard about that.
It's if we depends on how well the team does.
How well the country does in the
competition.
Right.
Does that not ruin the fact that
hopefully City go on to win it again, and we do really well in it.
Does that not ruin the fact that it's like traditionally called the top 4 though? Because it'll probably end up being called the top 5. Then.
Yeah. Well, it's now called the top 6, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
No, but like when you say top 4, like you want to get top 4 for Champions League.
Yeah. But you're not guaranteed.
You're not guaranteed. Depends how
you still got to finish top 4.
Depends how the team still perform.
Yeah.
But you think for the next one in there, you've got to stand more of a chance of getting that perpetually, which I think is what we're looking at.
Well, what should happen then is the Premier League should look at helping teams that are in the Champions League instead of playing on a Sunday and a Tuesday like they do is now. On a Sunday night.
Good luck.
Our games now we've got Burnley at 8:00, and then the next game at home is at 8:00 on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Our first 2 kickoffs are 8:00. One's on a Friday night, one's on a Saturday. Newcastle's 8:00 Saturday night. Next Saturday.
I've never had that time before.
No, it's a new one. So accommodate the US audience or the America's audience.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that actually, but no, maybe it is.
But we've got an 8:00 kickoff Saturday in Newcastle. You mentioned the Newcastle fans travelling. What's going to be bedlam, that? Manchester's going to be bedlam. It's going to be full of all the Geordies coming down. Even ones without tickets, going to have a night out there, coming down with the mates who haven't got tickets, who are not into football. I mean, everyone in Newcastle's into football anyway, but they're going to come down. They're all going to be partying all day. By the time 8:00 comes, even I'm going to be shit-faced by 8:00 anyway.
By the time they're going home on the trains, and the United fans are going to be coming back from Spurs because we're playing the same night at 5.
Oh, so that'll be Piccadilly, it'd be bedlam.
It possibly could be potentially. Yeah, because the timing might be round about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But they're not thinking of fans, are they, did he say?
Yeah, United fans will be returning about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And that's when Newcastle
about
fans
10 half 10
and Newcastle fans will be arriving there at Piccadilly at the same time.
Especially if they're getting battered or anything like that. They'll be there a bit early, won't they? So, leave early. But, like we know, forget the fans,
Who do you think's going to... Yeah, exactly, forget the fans. No matter. Who do you think's going to be the transfer of the season? The best
signing
transfer
of the season.
The signing of the season.
Ooh, there's quite a few unknowns, isn't there? Plus it's not ended yet. It's not ended yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
open.
What's it? About 2-3 weeks ago, I'm guessing. About 3 weeks.
Who've Everton signed, Aid?
No one really. Ashley Young.
That's actually it. That's it, actually. Yeah.
Ashley Young. Yeah.
Where's Tom Davies gone? Released, free agent.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, from bias point of view, clearly the opening one of the United players is the best signing, but it's a pretty much unknown.
Yeah.
One of the best ones from last season was like Casemiro and Martinez.
Yeah.
But at the start of the season, I wasn't sure. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we might have to touch on that as we go to...
we'd have to look through the transfers that everyone else has got, because there's been quite a lot.
Actually, you know what? I've got one. I would say the Nkunku for Chelsea.
Because Chelsea have been shrewd with some of the people he brought some young people in, and to complement what they've got. They've got rid of probably a lot of the problem players they've had it's all like going out.
Their centre half looks quite good, but I think he's not been bought, and he was from the youth team. Was it Colville?
Oh yeah, Levi Colville.
Yeah.
He was at Brighton last season.
Oh, was it Brighton? Was he on loan?
He was on loan at Brighton last season. Great season.
So it could be really a signing.
I don't think it will. I wouldn't say
I don't think Declan Rice is going to set the world on fire at Arsenal.
No, I don't.
I just don't. I can't see it. I think one of the
could be James Maddison.
Could well be Sander Berg going to Burnley.
I don't think he's going to stand out amongst other players to get that pick of signing of the season.
I think if City get Paquetá, that could be an interesting signing where he plays.
Vardiol could come in and just be an absolute rock.
Could be solid, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few. I think we'll touch on that when the window.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? When the window's shut, then you can see who you can go through a ball, can't you? But at the moment, we might miss one or two off.
So give us a 6 for the bottom 3. Who we're going to be battling it out? Who's your bottom 6?
Bottom 6: Sheffield United, Wolves, Everton, Luton. Just say Sheffield United.
From the league up.
Was that everyone?
What are you thinking about, like Bournemouth or?
I'm thinking
West Ham.
Might be down there.
Bournemouth,
West Ham will be down there.
West Ham. You don't think so? Forest.
No. West Ham I think West Ham have done some shrewd signings as well.
You know what? Forest is a good shout, actually.
Maguire.
No, they signed the Mexican lad in midfield from Ajax.
Alvarez,
yeah.
Yeah, Luton, Forest, Sheffield United, Wolves, Everton. I think they'll all be down there.
Yeah.
And Luton to say Luton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Do you think Bournemouth will be there?
I think the bottom. Bournemouth.
I think my bottom 3 is Sheffield United, Luton, and Wolves.
Yep.
And then the next 3 up will probably be Forest, Bournemouth, and Everton.
Okay, I'm gonna go bottom 3. I'm gonna go with Luton. I'm gonna go with. I think Sheffield might come out, so I'm gonna go with Luton. And I'm gonna go with Nottingham Forest. And I'm gonna go with Wolves. That's gonna be my bottom 3. And I think just outside the bottom 3 is gonna be Sheffield United, Tottenham, and Everton. I'm gonna go Luton.
Are you being serious?
I am.
You think Tottenham's going to finish 16th?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a bad season.
16th?
I think they're going to have a really, really bad season.
I think Luton,
that's mental.
Luton, Wolves, Everton for my bottom 3, I think.
Luton, Wolves, Everton.
Yeah.
Everton bottom 3.
I thought they were terrible.
I can't believe you guys are keeping Sheffield United up.
Yeah, I think Sheffield United better than Everton.
No.
Yeah.
And I think Everton are better than Spurs.
Everton's not a bad shout to go down to.
If Everton's first match is, I think he's Fulham at home. If they get a bad start, Everton, they're going to be in trouble because that crowd are going to go absolutely.
I think Sean Dyche is one of their managers that might just have. He might just have enough. He did it with Burnley for years.
I'm not sure.
But then they eventually went down.
And
it's always looked like
10 years.
When he took
over
last season,
like they're ready to go down.
I'm not sure whether he made that much of a difference. I expected a bit more. Expected a bit more from them when he went there. I thought, would a few.
Like realistically, if you look at them, Everton's got to pick up some points at the start of the season, haven't they? Fulham at home, Villa away, Wolves at home, Sheffield United.
How many points do you think Everton are going to get out of them?
Villa away is going to be tough for starters.
I would say 4.
1, 2. I think they get 2.
I think they'll beat Sheffield United and they'll draw to Wolves.
I think they'll get a draw against Fulham.
Or actually, because Sheffield United away, they'll beat Wolves and then they'll draw against Sheffield United away. They'll get beat by Villa away. They'll get beat by... I reckon 5, actually. They could draw to Fulham.
Draw Fulham. Fulham will be 0-0. Villa will turn them over like 2 or 3-0. They'll draw 0-0 against Wolves, and then Sheffield will beat them 2-0. They won't score a goal in the first 4 games.
I'd go with that because I think they are looking pretty poor.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How's it Lewin's going to get on this season? I don't know, but
you can't keep him fit.
Even if he's fully fit, I mean, he's still not like a 25-30 goal a season guy. I don't think, is he?
No.
Again, good player, but I think he needs someone else there as well.
Palace have got Roy Hodgson still at the helm, haven't they?
Yeah, that'd be a bit of an unknown. Yeah,
and he's gone as well, hasn't he? The winger.
Zaha's
gone.
But they've got some decent young players there, haven't they?
That was a bizarre signing where Zaha went. He went to like Galatasaray.
Yeah, he has done. Yeah,
bizarre one that for me.
Yeah, that is quite strange to be fair.
Because everyone was talking about him.
Yeah.
I guess Galatasaray in the Champions League. I think they won the Turkish League, did they?
I think I've just got a bit of nous, Roy Hodgson. I think he's a decent manager, and I think he'll do all right.
Yeah,
I think mid-table-ish for them.
Yeah, Brentford's another one where they might start struggling now. People may have found them.
I thought Brentford would start struggling last season, but they didn't.
It'd be an interesting one.
A great run,
and then that's when I'm like, I don't know if I can say the same again this season.
I
tipped them to finish bottom of the league last season.
If they've half
decent,
the
season started,
half decent first half of the season.
I just thought
because Tony will be back, won't he, in January, which is going to be a big miss for him.
I think Tony might get sold in January.
Well, he's banned for 8 months anyway, so he can't. So if someone does sign him in January, he can't play for them for 3 months.
Is that when he's back? He's back in January.
I thought he's back in January.
He's back for.
Was it 8 months
from
when it started?
I think he can play again in January.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think they'll sell him in January.
Right. Okay.
I think United might buy him.
Depends how your new signing does.
Yeah, depends how this transfer window goes. If they did go for Kane as well, then obviously they wouldn't. But not sure.
I've got a question to finish it off though.
Go on.
Your player to stand out of the season, so player of the season, but so we'll do player of the season, standout player of the season, which is someone that you didn't expect to do well, and flop of the season, who's expected to do all right, that just won't do it. So
go on, Mike.
Players
is that from United or from anywhere?
Anyone in the Prem. I'll start off if you want.
Go on then.
Yeah, go on.
So my player of the season is going to be. I know it's kind of boring, but I'm going to go Haaland just because I think he's going to score that many goals. He can't give it anyone else.
I just think I agree with you. I can't see anyone stopping Haaland in the way he was scoring goals last year. He's only going to get better. That was his first season in the Premier League, and he turned it on. And I kind of agree with you. I can't see he's only going to get better in the Premier League.
Yeah. My surprising player of the season, I think, is going to stand out a lot this year is that Julio Enciso from Brighton.
Yep, good player.
And my flop of the season. It's Jadon Sancho.
He's been the flop of the season the last 3 years.
Already. No, I can't pick him again.
He's odds on favourite to be. He's hardly a result of surprise.
No, but I feel like he won't.
I said 4 years ago when United signed him. I said, was it 3 years ago United signed him? Whenever it was.
You know what? I don't know.
Or we'll change the thing to flop transfer.
I said in 4 years he'd be on loan at Fulham.
Watford. That's it. You still going to have to pay
stick
me for
to that. Still stick to it.
Sure, it's been that enough.
It can't be 4 years. He's not played for United for 4 years yet.
No, it's not 4 years. No, I think it's
probably
2 years.
2 or 3 max. 2.5 maybe.
I think it's 2 seasons, isn't it? Vadim?
Yeah. So I've got another 2 seasons for him to get Watford to get up and him to go on loan to Watford.
Yeah.
Because I think
he's going to change it to flop transfer of the season then.
I'm going to go. No, we can carry on the same way. But I'm going to go with. My standout player is going to be Haaland as well. I think it's nailed on.
That player who gets player of the
season. Yeah, I think he got player of the season last year, didn't he? Yeah. So I think he'll probably pick it up again. No one's scoring 50 goals a season and not getting getting player of the season. And I think he's probably got another. Whether he breaks that 50 goal mark again, I don't know. He might not. He might get injured. You've got to look at injuries.
Yeah, if he stays injury record, didn't he?
Yeah, if he stays fit, he could do because he's just a beast of a player. When I watch him, he just looks like scoring. Although he's not scored in 6 games.
He can do young player this season.
So we might sell him.
Rubbish.
Yeah,
suss him out now.
But his bobbins, yeah. And,
I'll tell you what, I'll give my young player of the season to Garnacho.
Garnacho?
Yeah.
If he gets game time, yeah. And again, if he stays fit as well, he's only young, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think standout player of the season, I'm going to go with, I think Nkunku might do well with Chelsea, like you said before. I think he's got something. Chelsea have to do something different. Yeah. They've got a decent manager. They've got decent players. They've got to be able to do something different.
What about Nicholas Jackson?
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
He looks good in pre-season.
Yeah, but anyone can look good in pre-season. I remember Georgios Samaras looked good in pre-season for us. And I think for the flop of the season, I'm going to go with United centre forward, Højlund.
Ooh.
I just don't know enough about him, and it's big money. And although he might not flop as a player, I think for the amount of money you pay for the return you get on him might not be enough.
No, yeah.
So
that's
I'm going to go with that, just based on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that our preview of the season?
That's a preview.
Do you go with your players? Do you go with your players?
I can't think of any. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not convinced with Rice anyway at Arsenal.
That's a
great shout. Great shout.
I don't know.
Havertz as well could just be flop.
Well, that could be another one. I didn't get him at Chelsea really. I didn't see.
I rate him, but I think he's not forward.
No.
Yeah, they need to play him in the right position, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure about him. I must admit.
Highly rate him, but he's not forward.
Yeah.
He's a 10 for me.
I think surprise of the season could be like Anthony. I think he could just turn it around the season. Because I've seen flashes last season where he was really, really good.
Yeah. Who's he play for?
I'm just, I'm keeping fingers crossed on that one. I don't know. Player of the season, obviously, I think Haaland's going to be up there again with being the best player. Absolutely, he's got to be. He won it last year. Yeah. Whether he'll score more, I don't know. I mean, you'd like to think defenders might have, I won't say sussed him out, but they might know how to play him a little bit more. But he's still going to get the goals because he's just got the ability to do it. And you can't just stop him just like that.
Defenders, he's fast, he's strong. He gets stuck in, he knows where to be. And I think with one of them as well, if you put 2 on him, then it leaves Alvarez open. And
that's another shout for to be Alvarez. Because if he gets more
Mm.
game time, but if he even plays more on the wing or even just behind Haaland,
it just gives you space for someone else. He just happened with us with Ronaldo. They used to start man marking in the end, but he just frees other players. Teams and good managers find a way around that, so I won't worry about that. Then people just give you up in the end and think, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be so interesting this season. Like I say, transfer window's not shut yet, so there's still going to be a lot of twos and fro's, I think. I think there's going to be a lot going on the next few weeks when it comes to transfers, so we'll definitely have to revisit it and go again.
Yep, there you go. We'll do this often.
Yeah,
we'll do the Premier League recap. If people want to see it, just let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.